And what's up, everybody? I'm back with another video game review. And yes, it is finally time for my review of Super Mario Bros. Wonder. The newest Mario game, as well as 2D Mario game released on the Switch this year, 2023, back in October. And I had intentions of playing it in October and getting the review up in October. But let's go on a little story before I talk about the game itself. It's gonna be more of a rant. So let's just get into it. So I knew this game was coming out way back in June. I knew that this game. I knew that I wanted to play Mario Wonder way back when it was finally shown in the Nintendo Direct in June. So I knew I had to pre-order it. I was going to plan on pre-ordering it. I put a reminder on my phone for when it was going to come out instead of like a week reminder. So October 13th comes along. I have almost completely forgotten about pre-ordering it until I get my reminder on my phone. Like, oh shit, I should probably pre-order this game before it comes out in a week. So I do that. And this time there was no pre-order bonuses that I was really worried about. So I just go to Amazon and do the Prime shipping pre-order and get that thing pre-ordered, not expecting anything crazy because it's Amazon. I've had a pretty good experience with Amazon up until this point, so I wasn't too worried about it. But then, wait a week till the game comes out, and I get the day it comes out, I'm at school and work all day, and I finally get home at night, and there's a package on the counter. My parents had picked up an Amazon package, and I was like, hooray, my game is here! And then I realized that the package was opened, and then I checked the package, and lo and behold, a package arrived. It wasn't Mario Wonder. It was a thing of mints, a jar of mints, probably larger than my microphone, okay, in height. A thing of mints. And when I saw the thing originally, I was like, is this a joke? Is this a joke? Like, where did you guys actually order this? Where's my game? Like, because again, it's Amazon. Nothing crazy like this had ever happened to me out of Amazon. And so I was like, okay, where's my package? Where's the thing? They're like, well, no, this is what showed up. It didn't come. We're dead serious. I'm like, well, what the fuck? Like, how the fuck do you screw it up that bad? I checked a verified, Amazon verified purchase, and it was a fucking thing of mints. How the fuck do you mess that up that badly? So I was pissed. I was very pissed. But, simple process. We returned the mints that weekend. Placed a reorder. Didn't cost anything extra. In fact, we got a 50 cent off discount for some sort of like repricing. So I actually got 50 cents back total, which was nice. And then the waiting process to get it back. We just waits and waits and waits and waits and waits. Come till about week and a half ago, I was tired of waiting. I knew it wasn't going to arrive. And whatever. And it's like with Amazon, you know that, of course, there's going to be some delays because of staffing shortages, supply shortages, or whatnot. But it's Amazon. They don't take this long with delivery. So I was like, fuck it. We just canceled the order, asked for a refund, and then had to wait almost a week for that, though, as well. When that was finally processed, I went out in person to finally buy the game. This was about 3 days ago. I finally went and bought the game. And I wanted to do Target. Lo and behold, my Target didn't have it in stock. So I ended up having to go to fucking GameStop, which I wasn't happy about because I don't like supporting GameStop corporate right now. But I got a new copy, so they don't really get any of that anyways. And I was triumphantly walking out of GameStop and driving back home in joy to finally play Mario Wonder. Yeah, so fuck you, Amazon. I don't know what the hell happened there. My guess is that there was just a product issue with it on the original one with the mints, and then they just didn't have the supply to send it out for a while because the game was so highly demanded, especially off of Amazon, and that's why it took so long. But you couldn't just specify that in reasoning. It just didn't make any sense to me. And it was just an overall terrible experience, and the only really bad experience that I have had with Amazon to date, and that's really, really sad. Because I was really hoping to get this review up a lot earlier than I did. Yeah, I could have maybe been a little bit quicker, but I was busy. I had other things going on. I'm school, really ramping up now. The exam's right around the corner, and work is ramping up like crazy. And so I just wanted to place my order and have it ship, and then I get it when I get it, and that didn't happen. But that's my little tangent about that. Now let's finally get into the review of the game. Because from the very moment that I saw the original trailer and the direct about this game, it looked so good. You know, the Mario 2D games have not been going off on a hitch recently. The new Super Mario Bros. Series with, you know, the DS and then the Wii, and then they're more stuff on 3DS and the Wii U, even to the porting of the new Super Mario Bros. U over to the Switch. Like, it just felt like it was getting dull, repurposed, a cash grab. It wasn't like it was, and it was sad because like the 3D games have been going off the charts. We in the time between the first new Super Mario Bros. Game and and Wonder coming out, we got both Galaxy games. We got 3D World, 3D Land, and we got Odyssey and Bowser's Fury as well. So like all these amazing things. So it was kind of sad to see the 2D franchise, but with Wonder, it made a grand comeback. This game is absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. It just looks so good, so crisp, so visually appealing with lots of cool colors and the characters, and it's just the different voices from the flowers are cool, and the music is amazing. Just what I would more honestly than I would expect, which is because the 2D Mario game, you have to have a certain higher level of expectation, and Wonder just exceeds it. It is just freaking insane. One thing I really like about this game as well is all the characters that you can play as. You know, in the past, you know, there's been co-op in like some of the newer 2D Mario games, but it was only like 4 characters you could play as, maybe 5 if you did a little bit extra. This game you get so many characters. You get Mario, you get Luigi, you get Peach. Peach is awesome. Daisy, who the fuck would have predicted you could play as Daisy? Multiple Yoshis, multiple Toads, Nabbit. It's just boggles my mind how many characters you can play as in this game. It's so awesome, so much different variety, and it really just makes it that much more special. The talking flowers are so cool. I know they're kind of, I don't know what their purpose really is other than maybe like some comedic stuff or humor, or maybe like a hint in the game. They didn't really provide that many hints in my opinion, but they were funny, in my opinion, and they're really cool. I like them. They're nice additions to the game. And then the big thing with this game is like collecting the Wonder Seeds, getting the purple coins, but mostly getting like the Wonder Flowers to do some cool sequences to get Wonder Seeds. And I think these are done so well. Later on in the game, there are a few that get pretty chaotic. But most, like 99% of the ones that I found, were just awesome to complete and do. They're just so much fun. Just a really cool free reign take on how this game, how they really just did stuff with this game. And it was so cool. Really nice take, nice experience. To have fun with it was just a lot of fun, in my opinion. And then just a lot of things they do with like level designs and gameplay tactics that they really have never done before in a 2D Mario game. They do cool stuff with like foreground and background. and they do stuff with um, it's just it's just so many cool like elements. There's new items and there's new enemies and there's new things that they do. Like now, it doesn't always take 3 hits to kill a boss, man. It takes 4. Or sometimes it might take 3 to kill a regular enemy. And there's just so many new enemies and how sequences and designs, ways to go about levels that just are really cool and to show that Nintendo still is at the top of their game creative wise. And it's just so cool to see. The only thing that I didn't think worked really well was the parts of the levels where we did the top-down view, and I'm like, sometimes, you would be going upward, but now it's like top-down instead of like side-facing. Those were confusing because it would be a very seamless change. So you would be thinking you're still like vertical, or not, you're facing like side view when you're actually in a top-down view, and that just got a little confusing. I didn't think that one worked very well, but the other ones I thought worked really well. Another thing about this game that I think separates it really well from other 2D games, and Mario games at least, is it's not completely linear as past games were. There's a sense of there's still a very much like a linear way to go. Like there's only a set amount of levels you do, and you gotta go from level to level. But sometimes there is a few points in the game where you can pick and choose the order you want to go in, and also you can so you can jump around. There's not so many levels that you have to play in order to beat the game. However, there's a lot of extra stuff to do, which I think is really, really cool, that they took that approach, and I think it was executed really well. So the difficulty wasn't too bad. There was no level that wasn't super difficult for me. Some at the end, like I said, some of the wonder sequences and also a couple of the other levels did feel like they got a little bit intense and a little bit challenging at points. They just seemed to get very chaotic, which just, especially at the end of the game, like the final level, just it's really, really, really chaotic. But there's definitely, he just got to try a couple times. It was not like hardest video game levels less worthy in my opinion, but you gotta expect that. But there's no like, it's very gradual, no like up and down with the difficulty, which is good. Also, why can't we shoot fire underwater? That's just a little thing I picked up on, so you can use a fire flower underwater. I know they probably didn't, not a thing they really looked at, but I thought it was funny. Speaking of the items as well, I mean, I talked about them a little bit, but they got a lot of new items in this game. The drill bit thing, the bubble flower, and then of course the one that was memed to hell when it was first shown was the elephant one, which that's a weird. There's a few others too. They all, in my opinion, prove pretty useful. The levels are designed well around them. But some of them are pretty weird. I do like all of them, though. I think, again, like I said, they're all pretty well incorporated. The levels are very good at designing them. There are some I definitely preferred to use over others, and I definitely think a few of them were kind of undermined by some of the badges that you could get in the game, because this is another new thing for the game. Badges with the cool abilities that you could use without needing an item. One in particular that I think was kind of undermined was the drill bit one, because the vine grapple ability kind of does what you need it to do, or whenever you needed to use its abilities, you were in a wonder sequence anyways. I don't know, I still found use for it a couple of times, and I'm sure, like, when you go for 100% completion, you're probably going to need it more, but I didn't try for 100% completion, so I wouldn't know. And another big thing with this game coming in was the new voice actor for Mario, because it was confirmed pretty early on, not too far after the announcement of Mario Wonder. It was confirmed that Charles Martinet, who had retired from being Mario after the Mario movie and everything like that, said he was going to be stepping down as the voice of Mario and retiring. But a lot of people thought, oh, is Wonder going to be his last game? But nope. He didn't do Wonder. I did notice the difference. However, the guy who did it did a good job. It didn't sound all too different. It was noticeable, but it wasn't bad. And I think he did a good job. And I think, just going to take a little bit of getting used to. But you're not, if you're not like super paying attention, you're not going to notice it. It's definitely okay, for sure. And then, of course, also the new enemies in the game. Of course, you got like Goombas and Koopa Troopas and Piranha Plants, which have a cool new look for them for the most part, which is cool. You got Boos and stuff like that still in the game. But you got, of course, a bunch of other new enemies, too. Like the Rolling Hippos were pretty funny. You do a lot of stuff with Spike Balls, too, especially late in the game. But I think all of the enemies, in my opinion, work well. And they mix well with the newer ones, in my opinion, so that's cool. And then, of course, there's also the new elements of co-op, but also online multiplayer, which is brand new for 2D Mario games. And I didn't try either of them, so I can't really say a whole lot. However, I did read up a little bit on the online multiplayer, and it seems like it's working okay. I don't know how well it's going to work because I just don't know how much it's going to get used. But I think it worked out pretty well. And the co-op looked fine too. It's co-op. They've done it plenty of times before in 2D and 3D Mario games. So that's not something I was super worried about. And I'm sure once I get to play it with my friends for a little bit, we'll try the co-op, but not something I really tried. So, and also, what the fuck, Captain Toad's in this game? What the fuck? Like, I get why you put him in 3D World because you were making a new game for him, but this game, are we really getting a Captain Toad 2? I might have to buy it if we are, but I don't know. It just seemed weird. I thought there was going to be like a whole level dedicated to him, but no, it's just like a little cameo bit. It's just weird. Why do you always got to, Mario games, why do you always got to past trauma? Why do you guys put that past trauma in there? And then at the end, the little end credit thing that we get to do is cool too. It's a way to keep people engaged during the credits, because I know a lot of times people are not that engaged when the credits are rolling. Like in movies when they leave. But it was good. I like that little part. So it's a nice ending to a fabulous game. It's not a perfect game, but it is a fabulous title. Definitely my favorite 2D Mario game so far. I do have at least one more on the docket, that like a retro one, but I'm sure that one won't overtake this one. It's just a fantastic game. It's also a short game, though. I beat this game in 2 days, having played pretty much all the levels that I could find, and not 100% completing the game, but I know you can do that in about 6 hours if you do it straight through. I probably did a little bit more than that, because there are some points where I was just having to replay some parts and whatnot, but it's not a massive game, but a really, really, really fun game. Not my game of the year, but close. Now, I haven't played that many new games this year. I played a lot of games for the first time, but not a lot of ones that came out this year. But this game was phenomenal. Easy 9 out of 10 score for me with this game. I really enjoyed it. I would really recommend you guys try it too, if you get the opportunity to do so, because you really won't regret it. And it's just awesome. Just an awesome game. So, that's going to do it for my review of Mario Wonder. If there's anything I left out that you guys wanted me to comment on, let me know in the comment section down below. And if you've played Mario Wonder by now, which probably most of you have, let me know your thoughts about it as well in the comment section down below. So that's going to do it for this review and for this video. So stay tuned for much more amazing content, including more game reviews and other awesome stuff. And until next time, see you guys later. Goodbye.